Hello, thanks for joining me for this video on adding openings within Vertex BD. This video assumes we have already completed adding our walls. If you haven't yet done that, please check out our previous video where we detail how to do that. Once our walls are completed and we are ready to create our openings, first ensure we are within the Modelling tab. Within here, the commands for adding windows and doors are within the wall layout section shown here. Alternatively, I can select the wall I would like to add the window or door to, and then right click to open the contextual menu, from where I can choose insert window or door as required. Each of these methods completes the same tasks, so use whichever you'd prefer. With us having selected insert window, in the left column are all the different available standard window libraries. With the library selected, you can see the different window types available within that particular library. Furthermore, when you select a specific window type, the default sizes for that window type are shown. If you were to then double click on any of the sizes, you will open the properties for that window. In the base data tab, you can alter the rough opening dimensions. There are also parameters for controlling window sections, which will only be available in the relevant window type. The material code and label which appears on the floor plan should automatically change when the window size is altered. However, you can manually adjust this if required. The Extra Data tab allows the user to fine-tune the opening size, adding in framing tolerances. Any framing tolerance added in the system parameters will automatically be displayed here and will be included when generating the framing. Framing width, offsets and U values can also be altered here. As well as this, if you wish, you can change the header height from the height that has been specified at project setup. This can also be done so here. Once all the parameters are set as you require, click OK. The window will now be fixed to the wall plane that had originally been selected, or you can select the wall you wish to add the opening to. By default, the cursor is attached to the left side of the window, as viewed from the exterior side of the wall. You can change the reference point in the contextual toolbar with the left, middle and right buttons. The window header height can also be adjusted from what was set up previously in the 3D levels. This will be on a window by window basis, however BD will keep these adjusted settings if adding in multiple copies of the same window. To do this, click the Z button in the contextual toolbar, which will open the Enter Locating Height dialog. The current header height will be displayed, and there are a few options here to change this. First, you can select if you are using the global height of the whole building or the relative height on the current floor. Secondly, you can determine if you're using the header or sill height as your locating point. To actually set a new height, either type in replacing the current value, or by pressing the select button you can go into the 3D model and choose a location from here. Once done, select OK. Another feature available is the Enter Distance from Point tool. Here you can specify a point that will be used as a reference, then simply type in required distance from that point. The dimension will then be added dependent on your settings. Once a window is added, you can continue to add in further instances of that window, which will continue until you confirm. At this point, you will then be prompted to add a different wall to continue adding this window type to. If, however, you require a different window type, hit the Edit Parameters button in the contextual toolbar, which will bring up the browser again. From here we can choose a new window type. Place this as required, confirm, and then finally quit out of the command once complete. We will now move on to adding doors, which is very much the same as adding windows, with a few differences in regards to additional functions and parameters. Again, there are different door libraries, most of which are different exterior and interior sublibraries. Again, here we can go into the door properties to change various parameters, including the door opening side and setting the angle of the door opening in 2D and 3D if the door is parametric. Again, click OK and select the wall you would like to add the door to. The features as described when going through inserting windows also work here, however there are a few more features which might be of use, which include door leaf flipping and opening orientation options. Simply place the remaining openings in the same way as with the windows. This concludes our video on adding openings within Vertex BD. Stay tuned and join us for our next video where we'll be taking a look at wall panels.